I can promise you there's even cooler stuff in store. One of the exclusive announcements we're making today. Who was bummed that there was no Game of Thrones panel this year? We have a little announcement later on that might tide you over until the next season. So before I give too much away, we have so much to get through, we have so much cool stuff to show you guys. I would love to introduce our incredible panel. First up, you know his work from The Fairly Odd Parents, The Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Star Wars, Clone Wars, and of course DuckTales. Please welcome to the stage co-executive producer, Andy Suriano. Next up, he was the producer on the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show, and he has returned to lend us his brilliant eye once more. Please welcome to the stage co-executive producer and board. Next up, please welcome someone whose voice you know from BoJack Horseman, Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons, Robot Chicken, DuckTales. You have seen him on too many TV shows to name, but you've also seen him as John Ralphio on Parks and Rec. Ben Schwartz. Next up, you know his voice from Star Wars Rebels, from DuckTales, and you've seen him on The Big Bang Theory, Merit, and of course Silicon Valley. Please welcome your new Donatello, Josh Brenner. Next, you know him from his work in 8 Mile, The Express, House of Lies, of course Ballers on HBO. Please welcome our new Raphael, the amazing Omar Miller. Phil of the Future and Sweet Vicious and You're the Worst. Please welcome your new Michelangelo, Brandon Michael Smith. Now this next one I'm so excited to announce. You know her from Hannah Montana, 17 again, of course, Bonnie from The Vampire Diaries. She's playing a brand new iteration of April O'Neil that you guys are going to fall in love with. Please welcome to the stage the amazing Kat Graham. Press down for it, Kat. What costume? Next up, he is a voiceover icon. I could probably spend the rest of the panel listing his credits, but you've heard him at everything. Ren and Stimpy, Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls. Please welcome the voiceover legend. He is your new Splinter, Eric Bauza. Voiceover icon, going great so far. You've heard him on Rick and Morty, Cat Dog, Scooby-Doo. He was the original voice of Raphael. He was the voice of Donatello back in 2012, and this time he has served as the voice director on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Please welcome Rob Paulson. To our wonderful panel, just so you guys know in the audience, we're going to be showing some brand new concept art and some character artwork, so just, keep an eye up there while we're having fun up here. So I guess my first question is for all of you guys. I feel like everyone in this room has a first, memory of the Turtles. How did you guys, what's your first memory? And we can just start and go down the line again from the start.
Hello, I'm Matt. Turtles have been a part of my life, really specifically for almost the last 10 years, but it goes back to when I was about 10, and that movie came out, and it changed my world forever. And it's been with me in various different ways ever since.
Incredible.
Man, I've been a fan of Eastman and Laird's original comic books, the black and white comics from the 80s.
It's the cartoon, but also the toys in the Impossible Nintendo game. Flipped me at the beginning and attached me for life.
Also, Ben, I saw that you're wearing some socks. some Nickelodeon specific
Oh, I'm
looks?
wearing, this is a very specific Nickelodeon reference. I'm wearing Reptar socks. Thank you. Just had them, by the way, these are just my socks. I didn't buy them for this. These are my socks.
A true fan.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So, you know what? I remember when the original Turtles cartoon came out, and I used to sing the song on the bus on the way to school, and it was fantastic, and it never left me.
The action figures, not toys, Ben. And I had two older brothers, and they wouldn't let me play with them, so look at me now, Mark and
When I was 6 years old, I actually dressed up as my character, which is weird. My mom sent me a photo, and I got this of me as a 6-year-old with this outfit on. It just shows you, you know, everything happens for a reason.
The one you're wearing today?
Yes. I was a robot. Wow.
And so it begins.
I'd always been a fan of Ninja Turtles. I was always a fan of the costumes, the t-shirts, April O'Neil, this kind of badass. I've always loved Ninja Turtles, and now look.
For me, it would be like Saturday mornings in pajamas eating cereal, watching the show. That was last week. You can imagine my inner child now. It's amazing.
For me, it's been a while. I had just been granted the patent for fire. And Burns came along not much longer after that. So you're looking at 50% of the Ninja Turtles and one middle-aged guy from Princeton. Very lucky thing. Thank you.
So for the cast and also for Rob as well, because you know you voiced one of the original Turtles, these voices are such an integral part of people's childhoods. They're so instantly recognizable. Can you talk to me a little bit about the audition process for that, how you guys prepared, and what it's been like, you know, like trying to find your own unique voice while staying true to people's kind of, you know, their ideas of the characters?
Me specifically?
Yeah, Rob, you can answer.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I was not involved in the casting process per se. In fact, when Gene Basileros, our dear friend from Nickelodeon, gave me an incredible gift, just the fact that they would consider hiring me to direct, having been 30 plus years on the other side of the equation, was an incredible vote of confidence. But I'll tell you, I was telling Kat this during lunch. It was so wonderful upon hearing the actors whom they chose, the immediate desire to just jump in and play. There was no pretense, and that's one of the things I think we find most often about actors, especially folks who start doing cartoons. It's really about playing and not being limited by notions. They were all very respectful and really excited to be part of unabashedly and unequivocally a cultural iconic thing. And it's a big deal to be part of this family. It really is. So they did a hell of a job because everybody's
For Kat specifically, so this is an I can't. This is a very different iteration of April than we've seen in the past.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's like I'm looking right at her. It's crazy. Could you just talk to us a little bit about like what drew you to the character, what your audition process was like? Were you nervous stepping into these shoes, and what can we expect from April this time around? Because clearly she's pretty cool.
When I first got the audition to come in and read for April, I hadn't realized the magnitude of the fan base, and I obviously Ninja Turtles is absolutely iconic, but I hadn't put that much pressure on myself, and I hadn't realized the depth of playing the first African American April O'Neil. And getting to work with Rob, obviously, like, he played one of my Animaniacs, you guys! He was my voicemail for a very long time, and I'm really just a fan. I'm a fan of the cartoon. I'm a fan of these incredible actors. I'm a fan of Rob, so I just have a good time with this character, and I wanted to bring that kind of sass, that kind of independence, that kind of fierceness, and I wanted to be, even though it's a cartoon, I wanted to inspire the girls watching this, because I know that Ninja Turtles is really something that is, a lot of boys very good for them, but I want girls to kind of feel like they have some representation in me, so that's it.
So you talked about the audition process. I'd love to hear from other cast members. We can start with you, Ben, if that's cool. What was your audition process like?
Ant and Andy made me sit down in a room, and they blindfolded me, and they said, do you want to be a turtle? And I go, very much so. Then they slapped me repeatedly. That's exactly what he said. He said, how much do you want to be a turtle? And then I said, very badly. Another group of slappings. No, I auditioned partly because I want to play every iconic 90s Blue character, but also because this is the show, man. I mean, it's one of my first sleepovers was Turtles the movie, the first one, and then like the cartoon. Me and David Fernandez and Rafael, we watched Jose, we watched every single, anytime we could watch it, we were addicted to it, everything. I had the terrible toy that spit pizzas that never worked, you know what I mean? So and the toys are great, by the way, or action figures are great, but it was such a part of my childhood. I idolized it, I played with it, my imagination, it was all there, so I auditioned, I did what I'm sure many hundreds of people did. I auditioned and was lucky enough that they thought I would be right for it.
You did only what Ben did.
You know, we actually slapped everyone on the cast except for Omar.
We couldn't reach him.
Omar, what was your audition process like, and what's it been like taking on the mantle of Raphael?
Well, I went in and slapped them around. It was more of an aggressive approach. Now, you know what? Honestly, as an actor, you are in the no business. So you hear no a lot. And you give it your all, you dust yourself off, and you go again. This time, one of the things that was different was when I showed up for the audition, Ben was actually coming out. And Ben and I had worked together before in House of Lies. So that actually made me really comfortable.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
And I saw Brandon there, and the love was real. And
the love is always real, baby.
Yeah. And I tell you, it really put me at ease when I went in. And even though my guy is really high energy, really, very assertive, loud kind of guy, it really helped me running into these guys at the audition. And then eventually I got the role. And now I'm about to lose it because we had an interview early.
Josh, what was
coming out, and I thought, well, this is a waste of time. Ben,
Is that true?
yeah.
Not Andrew Garfield or Joe Keery, or was it me?
I'm not familiar with either of them.
Oh, okay.
Well, the aforementioned Gene Vassileros, who's a wonderful casting
Stand up, Gene.
guru.
He just waved his hand, he's behind he just waved his hand, but nobody can see.
He is standing up.
He's incredible.
He likes to be the center of attention. He will literally never come out here. He's an amazing person who, like Rob, helps us give the best performances we can. And another word about Mr. Rob Paulson, he's sort of like the giver of Ninja Turtles, because from generation to generation, he's like the memory and secret keeper and soul. And to have him with us and helping us be Turtles is like such a gift. And thanks, Rob.
It was definitely a given when Gene approached Andy and myself about Rob to be the voice director. It was just, of course, why not? I mean, that makes more sense than we could possibly imagine. And we're super chuffed that it all worked out.
Thank you. Absolute pleasure. It really is. It really is, you guys. I mean, I've been here talking about Turtles. This is my 25th Comic-Con. And I still maintain that spandex should be a privilege and not a right. But honestly, the opportunity, I just saw Kevin Eastman in the lobby of the hotel before we came over here, and the same conversation happens every time. Are you blanking kidding me? It is such Brad and I were talking about this at lunch. You could fly over pretty much any city in the world and look out at the, light after light, and think pretty much everybody down there knows Ninja Turtles. That's a big deal. And so to not only get a chance to work on it, but to have been a part of it now, my third ride in the Turtle Van, with people who are this skilled and have grown up digging it, is a profound gift. But what's really wonderful is that you guys, and you will meet some of these people, and years later, they will meet folks whom they will have met this weekend for the first time. And the impact that Ninja Turtles will make on that person, and Kat or Eric or whatever, 20 years later, because I've had that experience, is just incalculable. So thank you for letting me do it. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Brandon, can you follow that up and talk about your audition process?
Yeah. No, my audition process, like I said, like Omar said, I didn't say anything, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like Omar said, seeing Omar there made me very comfortable. And, this is such an iconic franchise. I mean, I literally grew up watching these cartoons starry-eyed, and now I have the opportunity to be able to share this colorful, iconic, unprecedented, unbelievable world. And, you know what I mean? Shout out to the big and it really, it almost brings me to tears because so many people would love this opportunity, and the fact that we have it and we're able to do it with other people who appreciate the gravity of this kind of opportunity, we feel like we're President Turtle, you know what I mean? It's like being the president right now,
Certainly make more sense.
So you're saying that the president is a mutant? I don't understand.
Wink.
My last panel, by the way.
It's terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible, man. No, so it's a dream come true, and the support that you guys give us in watching this iconic franchise, the support that the fans give us, it makes it worth it. So thank you guys. Hand claps to you guys. It's really good.
So, Kat, you talked a little bit about first reading the script. How did you, what was the audition process like? And also, you record remote, right? You record in Georgia.
Yeah, I record wherever I'm living or shooting at the time, and I really want to work with, get in the studio with these guys because they've got such amazing chemistry. But I also know that I get a little crazy when I record, and there's a lot of action, so I'm a little embarrassing to record with. But I record most of my stuff in Georgia where I live.
Very cool.
It's very exciting.
What about your auditions?
Yeah, your audition.
Well, the first time I did it, I actually had to send in a recording, and I just made the most colorful recording I could make, and I had my dogs on the bed with me. I need an audience, and they're a great audience, and I just made the silliest sounds and voices I could make, and the most, which is just how I talk to them anyways. They were very entertained, and then I sent that in, and I made it. It was very, very surprised.
So, Eric, I am curious about your audition, but I also want to touch on this new version of Splinter, which I feel like kind of...
Shocking?
I don't feel like it's too spoilery. It's very different.
I posed for the model sheets. There's a very strong likeness between me and this character.
It's like Splinter from Days of Wine and Roses.
It's interesting. Well, my first exposure to the Turtles universe in general was through an old bad guy by the name of Tiger Claw, who was in the So I thought, well, there's no way they're going to ask me to play Splinter. I've already expended all my Japanese voices. So how do you go from being Tiger Claw to putting Tiger Claw in the laundry, wash him with hot water, and dry him until and then suddenly Tiger Claw becomes Splinter. Very strange. It's like if Danny DeVito and Mr. Miyagi had a baby, and then that baby was the New York Pizza Rat, and the Pizza Rat went to college with Yoda, and that's the new Splinter. Yeah, that's how it came up with. He's a little aloof. He's not like Hoon Lee's Splinter, which I believe Hoon Lee doesn't even need a microphone to record. We have Adam's apples. Hoon has an Adam's pineapple. He has calves on his neck, and what a tough act to follow. So how do you go from the stoic Splinter to this wacky one? And the writing's all there, the style's all there. These guys really make it. I mean, there's funny people on this stage.
The writing really is there, and that really is. It's remember, you guys, all of you, I presume, have been fans for a while. And many of you, this is not an easy thing to do, right? When you take a franchise that is this, how he said, iconic, whatever, and you're just coming off, thank goodness, a successful, yet another successful iteration. The job that Ant and Andy were charged with is not a small thing. There is inherent pressure in doing that because they know how precious this is to the fan base. So the fact that they've come up with something and actors who can execute their vision in a way that is yet another fresh bitchin' spin is very difficult. And they're killing it. It's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they're actually 30 years old.
Yeah.
They're no longer teenagers. We've known these characters for decades and decades. So when you're an actor and you open your email and you see Splinter or Leonardo or April O'Neil, you know these guys already. And you're just like, wow, what would I do with them?
Yeah, Eric, that's an interesting point. Something that's really different about this series, I think, is that the Turtles are really, truly teenagers. Like, they're not, especially in the movie iterations, it felt like you were looking at, maybe early, mid-20 people mentality, but they're really teenagers in this. So, Ant and Andy, what led to that creative decision, and, how has that been for you guys?
Well, we had a really simple mandate that we took upon ourselves, as well as Nickelodeon put on us, which was we want to make a series that was fun. It's that simple. Like, everything about this show needed to be fun. It needed to be fun to make. It had to be, as a designer, it had to be fun for me to draw. It had to be fun for us to create the stories. It had to please us. And as long as everything would, went back to that, just being fun. And then, each generation of Turtles has their fans, right? So we want to make a new one that was being respectful to the iterations that came before. They were all great, and but we want to do our own thing. I mean, I want to do something that was fun for me as a creator, and beyond that, I want to do something that was fun for these guys that are sitting in the front row right here, which are my kids. So as long as it was fun for Daddy to make and for my children to watch, then I think we did a good job.
Yeah, we definitely have a really specific voice that we wanted the brothers to have, this dynamic we wanted them to have, which had a certain amount of playful energy. I think when Andy, when you came on and we started working together, you come from a family of brothers, and I'm a single child, but the back and forth between the brothers and that family unit was integral to what we're doing in the show. And there's this alternative reality Andy and I always joke about, where we found during the casting process what the world would expect the next iteration of Ninja Turtles to sound like, and that can strengthen out to the entire show. Like, the world expects what Ninja Turtles should be, but it's not quite. If we're playing with things that have been done before for the last 34 years, and we live in a world where we can access all of those amazing stories across mediums, then why are we doing something new? And I think that came out to the cast too, and the banter between them it's a unique banter to this show, and they really are brothers within
in the recording booth. It's the best day of the week watching these people perform.
It's something.
Yeah, that it's magic.
So Ben and Omar and Josh and Brandon, you guys play brothers. Has that been a bonding experience for you guys? And what has the recording process been like?
How often do you yell at Brandon?
Go, Josh, let's see what happens. No, you gotta go into No, that's way too low. I mean, surely you know that's too low. Okay, go.
Sorry, first time on the microphone. We have too much fun, which our wonderful casting person. Let's give it up for Gene Basileros. As Gene and his team of wonderful people can tell you, we have way too much fun because we're always running behind and cutting up and saying lines that weren't written for us by the brilliant writers, and the writers are brilliant, so we should say them. But we just have the best time. And it's like this, but there's fewer people there.
And Brandon, you record in your own room, right?
Oh, every week in my room, I just phone it right on the iPhone, and that's that, And the thing about in my room, I don't have to wear a shirt, so it makes me a lot happier, you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I don't wear a shirt in the booth. Omar does.
He doesn't wear a shirt in the booth.
Really?
That's true.
It's a requirement, just like Greg Sipes, like if you've ever played Michelangelo, you can't wear a shirt. Yeah. I will never play Michelangelo. No one wants to see me topless.
It's a lot of fun.
See how many real laughs that one got, though? Oh boy.
So something else that's really cool about this version of the Turtles is that their weapons are a little bit different this time around. Could you guys talk a little bit about that? And Ant and Andy, we'll start with you guys. And then if you guys want to chime in about, anything.
Well, we're looking at this kind of retelling of a very familiar franchise. And, we started with character first. Everything about this series is character-centric, right? So it's the personalities through the design, the shapes of the characters, their walk cycles, even in animation, would be different. Each character is distinctly different from one another. And so their weapons, we wanted to reflect that. We're also seeing them at a different point in their career.
I mean, one of the first things Andy and I, when we got together, we really wanted to. We're big fans of what I think is commonly called science fantasy. It's a genre from the 70s. It's high concept, like European, kind of like
Mobius
stuff.
Messier, Drulier.
And we love that kind of stuff. So we definitely wanted to put the Turtles, series iteration was so incredibly faithful to so many different parts of the canon. One area that 2012 we didn't really tap in on was this fantastical element, and with the whole notion of like the myth of the ninja, like ninja almost being a supernatural force in folklore, played into this kind of like fantastical element that we wanted to throw the brothers into, and it felt like a very natural progression to extend their abilities into more of a fantastical, almost supernatural ninja, play space, and that included their weapons, and every one of their weapons, like Andy had mentioned, is cast to the character. Mikey with his Kasurafundo is really energetic and agile, and all about the place.
Yeah, it's bouncy, it's round, it's fun, just like Mikey. Raph is more tactile. He's a street fighter, a brawler, right? So the Tonfas are perfect weapons for that.
You can get in there, and his action style can be very similar to how he used the size. It's almost a defensive weapon that he can take offensive when he needs to.
And Leo he's a showboater, at least early on in this stage.
We took with Leo as we were working on his personality type, and he's got this bit of a swagger, a bit of this Star Lord, Han Solo, like conquer the walk kind of attitude. How does that play into his weapon? And we thought like giving him a 6-foot adachi as opposed to a katana, it naturally lends him to, he can't even hold that thing without looking like he's posing with it, which we thought was really fun for a kid who's got a giant sword to have that kind of attitude.
Very cool. And
The turtles are all different also. They're all different types of turtles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and suited to their personalities.
I mean, you guys remember, right? You wrote it, so you remember that, right?
Yeah.
You should talk about that, maybe. There's a soft shell one. There's
But the
a.
question is about the weapon.
All right, of course.
We haven't gotten to Donald's stick yet.
Oh yeah.
Why did
well-
we skip the stick?
Donald does not have a stick. Donald has a tech bow, which is kind of the Swiss Army knife. Donnie, with our iteration, is very, very confident in his skills and his abilities, and he takes that to fantastical levels with his Swiss Army knife of accoutrement.
It's the first weapon that needs Wi-Fi. As long as the Foot Clan shows up at a Starbucks, you can take on that one.
So we've spent a lot of time talking about our heroes, but we haven't really spent much time talking about our villains. And we have some exciting announcements about our villains. We have all the heroes on the panel, but yeah, do you guys want to kick it off?
Yeah.
Mandy, you want to
You
get
guys
some?
want to hear some exciting
We do this, but it's still
The first people ever to hear this.
And this is new. Lady Edie Sarah herself is going to be playing Big Mama, which is incredible. Johnny Rotten is going to be playing Neat Sweats. This is a truly hilarious character. Grace Star being Hippopotamus, John Michael Higgins, Warren Stone, a hilarious, hilarious villain. Tim Simons is Hugin, Sam Richardson is Mutant. They're actually part of Baron Drax's costume. Rob Paulson, Maurice Tom King is Alberto, Jorge Gutierrez is Ghost Bear, and Fred Tatasciore as Greco Mantis. So you guys are the first people to ever hear that, which is completely incredible. I want to know as much as you can tell us without being spoilery, who are these villains? Like, what are we dealing with this time around?
One of the very, very early on things Andy and I wanted to do in this show was to. Turtles has a tendency, as I'm sure you're all aware, to sometimes really stack its villains and its threats almost on a pyramid. You have like one big bad, Shredder, Krang, like dominating so many of the legions underneath him. And we thought it would be really fun to change it up a little bit, and as well as having a big threat that's in Baron Draxon, but spreading out those villains to have a bit more of an equal playground, more in line of what you'd expect from like 1966 Batman kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's a rogues gallery that, something fun could happen every episode. Doesn't necessarily have an expected conclusion.
And every one of those threats, every one of those villains represent a unique and valid threat for the Turtles, and we have a lot of fun with their different personalities inside.
Yeah, again, John Cena as Baron Draxon. You guys know that?
Johnny Rotten.
Johnny Rotten.
You know what? And full credits due. That was Russ Carney's.
One of our writers.
Stand up.
One of our writers.
There he is. It was his idea to cast him, and we had eyebrow raised when we watched all these old commercials with Johnny Rotten for butter, British butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah, and we're like, you know what? We'll give it a go. We'll see. And to say that he killed it is an understatement. This guy was amazing in the booth.
Yeah.
Tell us as much as you possibly can about Big Mama as a villain.
I guess she's a bit of a crime boss, not unlike the Kingpin or Jabba the Hutt. So, and she's incredible.
She acts as almost a bridge and a gateway between these two worlds that we're playing with, New York and the Hidden City.
And Lena Headey is a total pro.
Oh man.
So much fun.
What's interesting is that, and not only, by the way, there are very specific traits that each Ninja Turtle has exclusive to their relative personalities and what they bring. And Andy and Ant really encourage that. They're all very smart people, and they really have infused the characters with their own sensibilities. It's really a gas to watch. They're very separate, very interesting. And what's really cool is, like you said, when you said Johnny Rotten, I said the same thing. I mean, you're freaking kidding me, Johnny Rotten. And Lena and Johnny and all of them are so excited to do this. This is a big deal to folks who are a big deal. It's such a...
I mean, if no one's having fun doing it, it's gonna show, right? So, I mean, again, that goes back to our initial mandate. Everything's gotta be fun. Everyone's gonna have fun doing it.
So we walk up and down the aisles of the crew, making sure that they're having fun when they're working. JJ, stand up. JJ is our assistant director.
You know, the funny thing about this is there's about 17 fans and everyone else here works for Nickelodeon. Do a roll call. Everyone fill out a W time.
Good joke, Omar.
So before we launch into our next series of clips, the last question I want to ask you guys is, how much footage have you guys, the cast, seen, and what was your reaction when you first saw it?
I haven't seen, we saw, only when we do ADR have we seen a little bit, and then whenever anything's revealed online is when I get to see it. But watching that trailer, to me, I was even saying, it was like emotional, because it makes it feel real. It's like, oh my goodness, we're really these characters. So it's that, even just watching that was all new to me at least. I don't know if anybody else did, but it's incredible and it's emotional. And like it hits into a part of your childhood. It's like, remember that part of Ratatouille at the very end when the critic eats the food and his eyes open up? You see him as a kid? It's like, I felt like that.
Omar, go ahead.
I actually have Final Cut, so I've seen all of the footage, and I hate to tell you, this is all we use for your work. No, I haven't seen anything. I'm just like Ben. I've seen what's online. I've seen what we've done in the studio that's already complete, and everything I've seen has made me really excited about being a part of it. You know, something that just was an enormous piece of my childhood, which then in turn became an enormous piece of my personality as an adult.
Josh.
I don't like spoilers, so I haven't seen anything and I don't read the scripts, but Aunt Andy came into the booth one day, and I think Aunt was on his cell phone and had like some very early, this is months ago, had some very early stuff, and just even seeing it on your phone, and that 2D, the animation is so cool in the 2D, it felt like coming home, guys. Felt like coming home. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Thank you, Big Man.
That's Meat Sweats, no? That's Meat Sweats. That's one of our villains.
But how can you know that?
I don't know. He hacked into one of our phones.
You're not Meat Sweats. Tell the truth.
Wait, what are you dressed as?
Meat Sweats.
Oh, he's Meat Sweats.
Yeah, but they filmed the toys from the trailer. Seen it yet?
Oh, wow.
That's Toga, the #1 TMNT fan. Give it up for Toga.
You've been a terrific fan, my friend. Look at
We like you.
Awesome.
The TMNT fans are the best.
They are the
They really
best.
are. Come on. Selling this, by the way.
I have an original Toga skin on, so thank you very much.
What was the question?
Reaction to...
A reaction? Oh, to like, what was the question?
Yes.
They asked what your social security number was.
444.
No?
No. You know, like Omar said, we saw some footage on Ant's phone, and
Like 4 walking petri dishes. That's the best. You're the best.
Wait a second. If they're down there and you're up here, then who are the real turtles?
But the craziest thing is, they didn't mean to come in here. They go to the Dragon Ball Z panel. And they're just lost. They're lost. They are lost.
Guys, Cowabunga.
that was so cool. Wow, so cool.
Okay. So Kat, I want to hear your reaction.
I obviously nerd out a bit. I just totally geeked out. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was me. I couldn't believe my voice was coming out of this cartoon. And I'm obviously a big fan. If I wasn't here, I'd be there. So thank you guys. I'm going to just take this just to thank you guys for all of your support now and watching the show. And we're doing this for you guys, and we really hope that you enjoy it.
I saw little known fact about April in CAD was April took the longest to cast.
Yes.
We had more Aprils than we did any other character. And,
She was the perfect one. Once we heard her, that was our April.
My sole mission when we do these sessions is to make you laugh. Like, until you guys laugh and I can hear you laughing on the other end, I'll just keep going and keep doing it until I hear you guys laugh. Was it just makes
It's been great.
great? Yeah.
I saw the pilot episode already.
So how does that? I haven't seen it.
I actually have access to the server if you guys. I'm gonna forward it to you guys. But no, we had a screening of the pilot the other day at the studio, and again, as a diehard Paris Turtle fan, there is. You guys weren't excited? Are you serious?
No, we were not.
You have to check your email more often, my
If you want to call it
You never check your email. They always send you something. Nothing, no return, no reply. But I swear, it was amazing. You guys are in for a real treat. If you guys are looking for something new and something familiar at the same time, you may have to wear adult diapers when you watch it because it is flashing lights and lots of action, lots of comedy, and I was amazed. You guys did such.
We look forward to seeing it.
Oh, actually, can we talk about that? Is there?
Well, on that note, we do have a really, really great clip to show you guys. It's exclusive. It's never been seen before by anyone not on this stage.
We haven't seen it either, by the way.
Or half the people on this
I
stage.
cannot wait.
We haven't seen it.
So, Andy, before we kick it off, can you guys give us just a little bit of context about what we're about to see on screen?
this is going to be a few minutes of a clip. It's part of the premiere episode. We are joining the Turtles in the Hidden City when they've taken up arms against the nefarious Baron Barackson.
The unusually buff bookworm, give us the little guy, and you'll walk out of here with your horn still attached.
Shouldn't we also stop him from creating crabmen?
Good note. Okay, give us the little guy, stop creating crabmen.
Imitation crabmen.
Okay, good.
At my house, though, the sound here is fantastic. That was awesome.
Matt Mahaffey is our composer, by the way. He's incredible.
It's true. I think the animation style of the 2D, it feels like coming home. It feels like the original. It's unreal.
And
it's unreal.
We wouldn't have been able to, get this far and do stuff without our amazing crew. Alan, Ben, Carl, all everybody flying Bob, everybody. I can't name everybody because we have lots and lots of people, and we'd be another hour. But we're blessed to have a really amazing crew. I love Alex. I love Alex. So thanks to everybody.
We have a great group of writers too, Russ and Ron and Ian, Jesse, and you know what else is really cool? And again, I've never seen this either. Show business is always a collaborative effort, but I don't know that there's anything more collaborative than show business than specifically animation. Because, like, Eric is an artist that can draw. I can't draw stick figures, and it's never not double negative, never not amazing. Every time it starts to come together, and you see these world-class talents doing their stuff at a high level. Great words, great drawings, great art direction, decent actors, and then you look at it and it's all put together and you don't know how on earth it happens, but it just freaking works, and it's remarkable what you guys do. Honest to God, thank you, writers.
This has been unreal. Thank you guys so much for coming. One more time, I just want to give it up for our incredible panel. Andy, Ben, Omar, Josh, Brandon, Matt, Eric, Rob, this show, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, premieres on Nickelodeon September 17th, and tomorrow you can catch a brand new sneak peek at 9:30 p.m. on nick.com or download the app. And I believe it's going to premiere after the Kids' Choice Awards.
This week?
So check it out tomorrow.
That's what I was talking about. This Friday it's going to be on TV, the first episode.
Well,
Was I not supposed to say that?
Eric, so.
Was I not supposed to? I already said.
You can say that.
You don't care.
I think you can say that. Well, you said it.
Again, that's my last
time. Just embrace it. Yeah,
Finally see it then.
All right, September 17th, and stop by the Nickelodeon booth 4113 on the floor. It's fantastic. There's a tune-in hamster wheel, great for selfies. Thank you guys so much again for coming.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks for coming.